Good morning, this is Jacob Folger, sculptor and artist, and today I'm going to show you how to make a mushroom fairy house. And before we start, I want to talk a little bit about the things you're going to need. We're going to be working with self-hardening clay. This is soft and pliable. So when you purchase your clay, sometimes if it's been on the shelf for a long time, it'll get hard. So open the box, it'll be wrapped in plastic, and just take your finger and press it into the plastic like that, and make sure it's soft and pliable. Some of the brands out there that you can use are Marblex, Mexican clay, and there's actually a whole bunch of different brands, but make sure it's self-hardening clay and that it's soft and pliable. And then we're also going to be using paint brushes, varying sizes, different sizes are helpful when sculpting. And sometimes it's helpful to have an X-Acto knife or a butter knife or something like that. These are household tools that you might have laying around. And sculpting tools you can get at arts and craft type stores. They're wood or plastic, and they can be very helpful in sculpting too. Also, you'll need a cup of water, and it's helpful to have a mister spray bottle for spraying mist and water to keep your work moist. If it's drying out on you, you can give it a mist of water, and it'll keep it moist. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the stalk of the mushroom here. And the way to do that is just take a piece of clay like about this big, and start to squeeze it and form it to the shape of a stalk. So basically you want it to be wider down at the bottom and skinnier near the top. And then you can also roll it to give it more of a uniform shape like that, but between the palms of your hands to and fro like that. And then you want the top to be mostly flat. You can take your thumb or your fingers and you can smooth it like this if you have little imperfections. And you can press it on the table here, like on the table, to give it a flat bottom. Okay, so we're just going to keep forming it a little bit here. You can also work on a board like this if you want. I don't always work on boards, so sometimes I do. It depends on what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and blend it and kind of smooth it like that. If it's easier for you, you could mist it a little bit, and that would make it maybe easier to smooth it with your thumb. Okay, so we're almost there now. Okay, so now I'm going to make the cap of the mushroom. I'm going to push this out of the way here for a minute. I'm going to tear off a piece of clay and roll it between the palms of my hands to get it kind of uniform and smooth, like that. And that you can also smooth, if that would be helpful. You can smooth it with your thumb. And then what you can do is you can press it onto the table to make the bottom of it mostly flat shaped. And you can just form it, and it just, mushrooms are shaped in different ways, but this is how I'm going to do it today, is like this. It's really, pretty easy to make one of these, I think. And I think you'll find it easy too. You might not be as fast as me, but you can pause the camera at any time and take your time and and then catch up, and then turn the video on. I'm sorry, pause the video, and then turn the video back on once you've caught up. So now I'm just flaring out the bottom by pinching it a little bit. There we go. Just smooth it out. I can use a little bit of water. Sometimes it's helpful to get it smooth. There we go. Just shape it. You can look at pictures of mushrooms to get ideas too. You can Google, do a Google search on mushrooms, and you can look at the images that Google provides. That will give you some ideas. Okay. So next, whenever we join two pieces of clay, what we want to do is take a knife, a butter knife would work, dip it in water like this, dip it in water in your cup of water, and score the two pieces like this. It's keeping it wet, of course, and like this on the bottom of the mushroom cap. Just make sure you want to get it wet, and you can also use your mister or a paintbrush with water to get it wet. And then to join the two pieces, you want to kind of twist it like that. There we go. And then you can also, when you've done that, when you've got pieces joined, you can blend with your finger or a tool, one of your tools. You can blend the cap into the stalk of the mushroom. Okay. And then there's a lot of ways to do this. You can actually put the door anywhere you want, but you also can take little bits of clay like this. I'm going to back this out of the way here. You can see I'm going to roll little balls of clay like this, and I'm going to flatten them, and remembering to score whenever you join two pieces of clay together, you want to score and wet and score the knife with the knife in both parts that are going to be joined together. And this would be for a little staircase. Roll another ball here. That's a little big. Just tear off a piece of clay and make it a little bit smaller, and then wet and score. Wet and score your knife blade with your knife blade in the clay. Wherever the clay is joining, you can do that, and then put another stair on. And this would be almost, the idea would be a spiral staircase going around the mushroom to a point where you decide you want to end it, and then put the door in like that. So we'll go ahead now. You could go all the way around if you wanted to. You could go all the way around if you wanted to. There's different ways to do the stairs. You could do the stairs coming straight in from out here, but let's just leave it like this for now. And then to make the doorway, this is all entirely up to you also, and you can try different things and erase it after you're done with your thumb in some water, and try something else if you wanted to. But what you could do is to take a tool like this here and just press in with it. There we go. Just pressing in with it, and then I'll put like a round top to the doorway. Just sort of basically carving. I can take one of my other tools that has more of a scoop on it, and I can scoop out that clay and kind of smooth it out there. There you go. And then we have kind of the door frame there is starting to form, and this part on the inside is actually could be the door itself. You can just smooth it, do it gently. And then you can take something like a butter knife or an X-Acto knife, and you can just draw lines like a wood door would have, like that. And then smooth that out. And you can use a paintbrush to smooth it. Let's see, we have a couple different paintbrushes over here. I'm gonna just pick one and just smooth that out in there a little bit. And that makes it, kind of gives it the appearance of like a wood door that might be in there. And of course, this also just to tell you that if this is kind of rough and you don't like it, you don't like why it's so rough, you can take a paintbrush and smooth it like this, and smooth it as you go, or smooth it at the end when you're almost finished. Now also, to give it more of a lifelike appearance, you could have it bend like this or something, kind of giving it more of a lifelike appearance, so it's not just straight up and down. And just go ahead and clean this up a little bit here. And you can take a small ball of clay, and really small, and make a little doorknob. Now I have to say that when I have a camera between me and the work I'm doing, it's kind of hard, because that's what I do. I have a camera that's not really great, and I have to watch what I'm doing and making sure it's filming right. And when I have a camera in between my eye and the object, it's sometimes comes out a little rough looking, more so than it would if I just was sculpting on my own without you guys here and without the camera here and all that. So I did want to say that. So sometimes it looks a little rough like this one does, but I think you can get the idea for it. After the videotaping part is over, I'll put in a few pictures of some mushrooms that I've done, and mushroom fairy doors that I've done, so you can see what some might look like. And then you also can get ideas by going on Google and doing a search on mushroom fairy doors, and taking a look at what some of the people have sent in. But that's basically how you make one. A few other ideas, you could Let's see, move this out. Oop. It's kind of sloppy right now. Okay, move this out a little bit. You could make a dragonfly that's sitting on the mushroom by rolling a noodle of clay like this. That would be the body. And you can put that on there. Remember to score and wet and score before you do that. Just going to move it up a little bit so you can see it. And you can, so you have, that's for the body, and then you can have, make wings by rolling little noodles like that and then flatten them down. Just put that on there like that. You do 4 wings for a dragonfly. Here we go. Go. So I make make 4 of them, and then I'm going to show you how you can do texture on the wings. So I mean, you can see that a lot of it is just this type of sculpting where you're assembling simple shapes of clay to make what you want to make. That's it's a very easy way to learn, and a lot of people, always do it this way. I don't always sculpt this way, just but for teaching purposes for my videos, that's generally what I do. But then you can take your X-Acto knife and just draw in, carve in, whoops. You can carve in little lines to give it the texture of a wing. Like that. So you basically see, and then you can take you can look at dragonflies online to also get ideas, and you can also just put little indentations in like that for the tail of the dragonfly. So there's some ideas that you can do. And just take your time, and when you're finished, brush it out really good, and get ideas online. Look at real mushrooms and real dragonflies, and or mushroom fairy homes or houses or whatever, and you'll be able to do this. Again, my name is Jacob Folger, and thank you for watching my video, and I ask that you subscribe to my channel. I've got over just about 300 videos now on how to sculpt clay, make moss gardens and fairy gardens, and actually dog training, which is a little bit the other way, and even helping the homeless. So please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.